It's Toronto for the Peter Chell New News Report on this Sunday afternoon, October 9th, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I have your new news headlines on this rainy Sunday afternoon. And our top story at the 12 noon hour is Donald Trump hugging it on Sunday morning, pulling back top aides from planned national appearances while previewing and visitors attacking tonight's debate stage in St. Louis, talking Bill Clinton's past infidelities and Hillary Clinton's alleged bullying of Bernie Sanders supporters. Fateful screams before two officers killed in Palm Springs, California. As a suspected gunman and gang member, John Felix was captured last after a 12-hour send-off for police. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump already under siege for vocal comments about women forcing in his sex, also had crude sexual explicit conversations in a series of radio interviews over the past 23 years, even now than how footballist his behavior is. Pope Francis on Sunday announced the appointment of 17 new cardinals, including 3 from America, in a surprise announcement during his weekly address. German policemen check on cars in the entrance to the Berlin-Schönefeld airport in Schönefeld, Berlin, Sunday following suspicion that a bomb attack was being planned in Germany. Families in Yemen searched Sunday for victims of the airstrike that the United States has killed more than 140 funeral mourners and wounded hundreds more propped to the U.S. Matthew Nard, post-tropical cyclone, began to sort exorbitant out of the East Coast, but damage isn't over. The death toll increased from 3 to 7 in North Carolina. An Israeli police officer with a car driven by a gunman was shot in civilian unit of National Police Headquarters in Jerusalem on Sunday. On Friday, Colombian President Juan Manuel Santos was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize for his efforts to negotiate and sign peace accords with the revolutionary armed forces of Colombia guerrillas after 52 years of violent conflict. Police say 5 people killed on the wrong way. Driver in Vermont. San Francisco, a boat capsized in the San Francisco Bay, sending 5 adults and 3 children, including 2, in critical condition to a hospital Sunday, officials said on Saturday. 1 person was killed and 8 others were injured early morning shooting in the Michigan strip mall. The police said the shooting occurred about 3:45 a.m. Senator Bernie Sanders reacted Saturday to a bunch of emails from the campaign of Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton, which appeared to reveal excerpts from Clinton's private page speeches on Wall Street by reaffirming his support to the party. Boston travel girl Rick Steves is killing out of a Massachusetts in support of a pro-marijuana ballot question. On Tuesday, Steves will appear in the University of Massachusetts Amherst, an event sponsored by UMass Campus Cannabis Reform Coalition. On Wednesday, Steves plans to discuss legalization and concerns of families of the UMass Club in Boston. On Thursday, Steves will talk about marijuana legalization question at Suffolk University's Law School in Boston. Boston, free coffee will be served in more than a dozen service pauses along state hours in Massachusetts as travelers return home from the Columbus Day weekend. Federal Reserve Vice Chairman Stanley Fischer said that the central bank's decision last month to keep interest rates unchanged was a close call, even as he indicated little concerned policymakers were at a risk waiting too long for act. Epibank Company expected to pay multi-million-dollar fine. Governor Cuomo made the comments about the abandoned Trump in Nassau County after turning the site of a Long Island railroad train derailment. China says EU duties on Chinese steel are unfair. Mostly NASA officials worry about the Kennedy Space Center will be directly hit by a hurricane after, but so far the center seems to have dodged the bullet. Leave it to a guy with a King Kong suit to determine that human thinking abilities aren't quite as special as we'd like to think. The conservative pundit argued that a 11-year hurricane drought was evidence against man-made climate change. An immunotherapy drug has been described as a potential game-changer that promises to result presented at the European Cancer Congress. Noontime, Pennsylvania, mother has considered herself an extreme vegan, faces several charges for allegedly starving her 11-month-old baby. Trump could take the GOP down with him. St. Louis, a defiant Donald Trump hit the Twitter wave Sunday, promoting a bill Clinton accused of while dismissing Republicans who are calling for him to end his presidential bid in the wake of his lewd and aggressive comments about women. Republicans in the House and the Senate could get away from the Trump campaign fast enough in the wake of his disgusting comments about women. Peter Chell News Time is 12:04 on this Sunday afternoon, and it is time now for a sports report. Today, the Boston Red Sox will have a game against the Cleveland Indians at 4 p.m. at Fenway Park. Game number 3, Sox down 2 games in, and hopefully the Sox can cowboy up and win the next 3. while the Tom Brady will be back with the New England Patriots from his Deflategate suspension as the Patriots will be taking on the Cleveland Browns. Game time, 1 o'clock in Cleveland, Ohio. The UFC Hall of Fame is far from a perfect institution of honoring in UFC's and MMA's best. Sure, some long overdue inductees were added in recent years, and the organization has been doing a better job in mixing trailblazers to the modern era. Peter Chell News Time, 12:05 on this Sunday afternoon, and it's time now for a traffic and transit report. Baby! Let's stay off NBT where bus will place red line service between JFK, UMass, and Braintree stations today from the start to the end of the service. On the commuter rail, it's Providence train 2005, 11:05 a.m. outbound operate 5 to 10 minutes late between station and back way to Amtrak train traffic. And on the ferries, they are looking good. Alright, Horizon Bowways of New England on this Sunday afternoon. 95 is southbound side back to Norwalk down to Greenwich. Merritt Parkway on westbound side it is backed up from Danbury. 84 eastbound side is backed up after Route 8 in Waterbury, Connecticut. 91 in Lowell, and Merritt Parkway and 691 up in Middletown. 95 is southbound side back down New Haven. 91 on the northbound side it is back around Interstate 84 Harvard, Connecticut. 95 is southbound side slow up to 395 in New London, Connecticut. 91 on the southbound side is backed up in Strictly Yard to Route 57 in Nagawan and northbound side of Interstate 91. Mass by interchange to 91 in Strictly, that's a little salt. Mass by on the westbound side, it is backed up at 290 Auburn to Interstate 84 service. Mass by eastbound side, a little salt from 84 service to Charleston. 290 eastbound side, it is slow around Route 9 in Worcester. 195 on southbound side, it is slow around 290 in Marlboro. 290 eastbound side, a little slow around 485 in Marlboro. 93 in the southbound side, no. South Expressway, northbound side, slow from the Braintree split all the way out to the Mass Pike Service Expressway, southbound side backed up in Dorchester down at the Braintree. 95 on the northbound side, lows around 120 in Canton. Mass Pike eastbound side, a little slow around Route 120 in Weston. Route 3 and 120 the intersection in Burlington, it's a little slow. 93 southbound side is slow from 495 up in Lawrence all the way out to 125 in Andover. 93 on the northbound side, lows around 125 in Andover. Route 3 is northbound side is backed up from Marshfield all the way out to Kingham. Route 6 on the westbound side back to Rawlings down to Dennis. Route 6 on the westbound side back to the Buntsville down to the Sagamore Bridge. 79 on both ends also around the Fall River stretch. 93 in southbound side of Lewis Run, Darien, New Hampshire. Everett Turnpike on the southbound side, Lewis front of Manchester, New Hampshire. 93 in the southbound side, slow after 293 up in Manchester, New Hampshire. 93 in the southbound side is backed up from London all the way up to Interstate 89, Cork, New Hampshire. 89 southbound side of Lewis before Interstate 93 in Cork, New Hampshire. 95 on the northbound side of Lewis Run, York headed towards the main turnpike. 95 southbound side back to York, Maine, down to Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And hits brakes again around Hampton Tolls on 95. Route 1 in the southbound side back to the Brentford stretch. 89 and 91 on the southbound side of Lowell after that Canadian border up in North Vermont. Interstate 87 on the southbound side of Lowell around Route 11 up in Champlain, New York. And Autowood 59 on the northbound side of Lowell around Southern Quebec headed towards Montreal. And Autowood 55 northbound side of Lowell in Southern Quebec headed towards Sherbrooke. And 190 on the southbound side of Lowell after the Niagara Falls after the Canadian border. Peter Chell News on 12:08 on this Sunday afternoon, and it's time now for a weather report. Latest on Matthew. Same location, 35.2 to the north, 73.7 to the west. Much the same winds at 75 miles an hour. Moving east at 15 miles an hour. And strong winds and sun storm surge flooding continue over the North Carolina Outer Banks. And all hurricane watchmen discontinued as a tropical storm warnings effect for Cape Fear, Duck, and Pamlico and Albemarle stands. For storm information specific air pieces, including possible inland watches and warnings, please monitor the product issued by local National Weather Service Forecast Office. At 11 a.m. on Eastern Daylight Time, the center of the post-tropical cyclone Matthew was located in latitude 35.2 to the north, longitude 73.7 to the west. Post-tropical cyclone is moving toward near the east near 15 miles an hour, and it is general motion expected to continue during the next day or so. On the forecast track, the center of Matthew will move farther offshore of the coast of the North Carolina Outer Banks today and tonight. Max sustained within near 75 miles an hour gusts and gradual weakness forecast during the next day or so, and the low is expected to be absorbed within the front of the boundary Monday night. Hurricane force winds out to the 70 miles an hour, mainly to the southwest of the center, and the tropical storm force winds extend out to the 240 miles an hour at a coastal marine observing inside your Harris, North Carolina, and recently reported a gust of 61 miles an hour. Wind gusts of 55 miles an hour been observed within the past hour or so at the Dare County Airport in Manteo, North Carolina, and it's been central pressure 94 millbars, trying to blow 6 inches. Wind tropical storm cleared expected to continue over the water this afternoon and gradually diminish this evening. And storm surge. There's an angel left in Indonesia but this afternoon along the coast from Cape Legat to Deptford, North Carolina, including portions of Pamela, Albemarle Sounds. Water levels should be subsidized by this evening for a temperature. Is it a risk? Please see Prototype National Weather Service storm surge. Warning graphic for information of air PC products issued by local National Weather Service forecast office. And rainfall will diminish around the coastal Midland by early afternoon. This rainfall across months of less than an inch or possible across Delaware and eastern Maryland. The life and flooding will continue over the portions of eastern North Carolina that receive rains from Matthew and swells generated by Matthew to affect much of the southeastern and Midland coast on the United States during the next couple of days. It's swells likely to cause life, rain, and surf and rip current conditions. Please consult on it to me, a local weather office. Looking at the latest radar and it shows lines of rain showers stretching a line from St. John to Brunswick, stretching all the way down to the coast of Maine, New Hampshire, and all of Massachusetts, Connecticut, down in southern New York, south of Albany, down from New York City, and eastern New Jersey, and down from Delaware, and eastern portion of Maryland. And there's a line of heavy band of rain showers stretching from southern New Jersey, stretching all the way down to central New Jersey, and stretching around southeastern Delaware. And some heavy bands of rain showers around Newport, Rhode Island. And southeasterly swell associated with hurricanes Matthew and Nicole expected today, tonight, and tomorrow, as reps are expected, along with a moderate to high risk of rip current slips, especially along the south coast. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For this afternoon, rain patch about 160 degrees. North at about 7 to 10 miles, gusts at 30 miles an hour. Chesapeake is 1%. New Brisbane between a quarter and half an inch possible. Tonight, I check rain before 10 p.m. Clouds gradually become forecast at about 40 degrees. North at about 14 to 17 miles an hour. Chesapeake is 50%. New Brisbane between the 10 quarter and an inch possible. Columbus Day, St. Louis got about 50 down to about 36 degrees. Winds north about 3 to 13 miles an hour. For Tuesday, St. Paul cost about 61 about 42 degrees. North about 3 to 6 miles an hour. For Wednesday, Putty Eastern and most cost about 63 about 47 degrees. Thursday, Putty Eastern and most cost about 66 about 46 degrees. For Friday, Sunday, most cost about 61 about 41 degrees. And for Saturday, Sunday got about 61 degrees. Currently, not near it's rainy and the temperature is 56 degrees with a humidity of 99%. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Noon News Report on this October 9th, 2016. I'm Bruce with a good afternoon and good positive attitude, and I'll see you for an evening news report right after the Red Sox Indians game and the Pats Browns game. Have a good day and go Sox and go Pats! Brady is back!